Yeah, I mean, Charity Field is having a fantastic end to her career. Certainly in her senior year, she's putting up numbers that, I think make her worthy of all-star status, and super pleased and proud of her because she's endured some frustration and some hard knocks. And, obviously during the COVID era, that, was obviously a struggle, for all of us and especially for Charity. So, whether it's through injury early in her career or the COVID season, minimizing her ability to come back from her injury, I've just been really impressed with how, particularly in the latter stages of her career, she has just grown in her focus, grown in her maturity, grown in her ability to just be all that she wants to be and can be for our team. She's played a number of roles this season and last season, and comes off the bench at certain times, and then just really happy that, she's having her best run of soccer form over the last 6-7 weeks of her senior year. But really excited to watch Charity grow as a human being and as a young lady that has a really bright future. And we're super proud that she became a Spartan. She was one of the earliest to ever sign for our program, and I was super excited to be able to say that I was her coach. Because she is an exceptional talent, a dynamic young lady, just got lots and lots of great things about who she is. And, never a dull moment with Charity Field, that's for sure. But she has brought so much life and joy and humor and fun and maturity and seriousness, and loves the Lord and wants to, do things in a way as she's matured and grown throughout her career that just seeks to honor Him. And so super proud of you, Charity. I was going to say this, but want to remind you, you got another year. Actually, you got a few more years of eligibility, and you're always welcome to take advantage of them because we'd love to continue watching you grow as a Spartan. But thanks for a great career so far, and wherever God leads you, all the best to you. Sierra Halderson. I still remember the day when I stood next to Sierra's dad. He had no idea who I was. I had no idea who he was, and actually ended up being the dad of the player that I was identifying as the player to recruit from a recruiting match I was at in Manitoba. And, the rest is history. We met, and she came out for a visit, and I think fell in love pretty quickly with the community and the team culture in our program. And Sierra has gone from being a player that we said would take a little bit of time to develop into a starter, take a little bit of time to grow as an athlete. And, after her first year, where she did play a little bit, but watched some older veterans kind of model what it took to be a Spartan women's soccer player. And she kind of just grabbed the reins and said, okay, I've learned. And now, ever since her second year, has been a pivotal midfielder. She is a player with great soccer vision. She has matured athletically, and, she knows when she's put her work in, it's when she's produced her best performances. Sierra doesn't always get the stats. She doesn't always get the accolades, but we as a program know how good she is. We as a program know how important she is to our team. And I'm super pleased that this season, probably more than most, and the season she chose to come back to because of COVID, has been her best season in terms of offensive production, in terms of influencing the way our team plays. And we still think there's still a few weeks left in this journey. But Sierra is so much more than a great soccer player, so much more than a great passer of the ball, so much more than just a great on-field leader. She is somebody who has given everything to our program, and she's matured academically. She's grown as a leader and watched, captains like Janaea and Liz and Kristen show what leadership looks like. And then she's found her own niche as how she leads best as our captain. So I couldn't be more proud of watching Sierra grow as a player, as a person, as a student, and as a leader. And really exciting for me to include even a spiritual journey in that, and where she has gone to Uganda and Peru and given of her time and energy to help teammates learn what community service is all about. She is an outstanding Spartan. She's a very special person. I'm going to miss her dearly. But not just because of what she's done, but because of who she is. And so, Sierra, I can't just simply say enough. Thank you for all you've done. I'm so glad you chose to become a Spartan. We're going to miss you, but we know that you've left a legacy that will continue on after you're gone. Hannah Miller is a player that has far out exceeded our expectations, and she knows this. So, we joke a little bit that she kind of came in as that second tier goalkeeper that was maybe going to play a backup role for a few years behind somebody else that came into our program. But right from day one, we knew we were getting a player that had lots and lots of charisma, super funny, super team-oriented, very servant-hearted. And I've watched Hannah go from being, a player that we wondered what would her role be as a goalkeeper to an elite goalkeeper within Canada West and literally Canada. And, I'm filming this at a time where she's pretty close to setting the all-time Spartan shutout record, which is a testimony to her because, Hannah, you have worked hard, you've overcome some injuries, you've had some setbacks which have been frustrating to you, but you have constantly served us on and off the field in ways that, sometimes hard to put into words. And I'll always remember that one moment. You're going to laugh because I reference it regularly, but, I'm driving down a country road in Manitoba in the summer, and I just felt like compelled to talk to you. And so we chatted for a little bit, and I just said, Hannah, be a leader and be somebody that can influence others rather than just kind of exist in our program. And I think you took that to heart. And I think you have taken very seriously your mantle of wanting to be a leader. You don't just have to be the captain, but you have served in so many different leadership ways, whether it's modeling what community service looks like, modeling, being the first to volunteer, modeling to say, Coach, how can I help? Or Coach, we got that. And you have been a standout Spartan. You have laid down a standard and a foundation of what it means to serve within our program. Not just that, you've become an unbelievable goalkeeper. And to watch you go from a little bit of the obscurity of what your position would be to, Mills has that, and Mills will take care of it, and Mills has got us, and Mills rescued us, and the save Mills made. It's just nonstop of what you've contributed to our program. I'm so proud of you. I've watched you grow as a wonderful young lady. You got a bright future. I keep telling you your future is still in soccer, whether that's on the field or on the sidelines, and I know you're going to be an amazing teacher. Thank you, Hannah, for being such an impactful personality and character within our program. To watch you grow, whether it's in faith or whether it's as a leader or just in so many different dimensions, is one of the reasons why I love coaching. And you have typified that. So I can't say thank you enough. What a wonderful Spartan.